Hey everyone, in today's video I'm going to show you how you can create this scene like 0x100x. Now let's get this started. Alright, here we are inside of Adobe After Effects and now let's begin. So let's start with creating the minimal character. In order to do that, I'm just going to go towards the shape tool. We're going to select the ellipse tool and I'm going to draw a circle like this, and this is going to be the head. So let's just rename it, and we are going to change its color into a radial gradient. I'm going to press V to go towards the selection tool. I'm going to set the endpoint in here and the start point on top. And we have to select the sort of the color range in here. I'm going to set one on black and one on white to show you how I'm going to just do it. I'm going to just push this white location to almost about 65%. So this will give us the base of the color that we want. And we can just do this as well. It doesn't really matter. And now we're going to just change its color. I'm going to set this color to, let's say, this one stays on the black, but we're going to add 2 more points. One, I'm going to just set it on blue. And one, we're going to just set on another color. I like this one. And I think this should be good. We can just change this one if we like as well. All right, this looks good. And then once we done this, we are gonna go into the head layer styles. We're gonna just add an inner glow. Now with the inner glow selected, we're gonna just change its color to white. We're gonna increase its size to something like this. And there we go. We have our base of the character that we want. And quickly, I'm just gonna adjust it a little bit more to make it a bit better color. Okay, that looks super good. I like this style. And then we're gonna just go and design our animation with the facials. So we're gonna just start with making a small circle. We are going to set it on the fill. And we're going to decrease its size to something like this, push it towards the middle. We're going to duplicate the ellipse. We're going to place the second one in here. And this is going to be the eyes. And lastly, what we are going to do is that we're going to go towards the pen tool. We are going to turn off the fill, stroke on 2 pixels. And we're going to hold shift to draw a mouth like so. And with that selected, we're going to press Ctrl Alt plus Home to center the anchor point, and we are going to set the adjust the position, these two in here. And now I'm going to just do one extra step in here. I'm going to create a new null object. We're going to call it the facial controller. And we are going to parent it to the facial controller. So this will help us to change the no facials better. Now let's go and create a head in order to body. In order to do that, now let's just call this one mouth. Before we're gonna just go duplicate the head, placing it in here. We are just going to change its proportions a bit like so. Let's just rotate it, and we have to readjust this gradient. And with the layer selected, we're gonna just call it body. We're gonna go towards a mask tool. I'm gonna switch into the mask tool. I'm gonna just draw a mask like so, and then we're gonna feather it like this. All right, so this is gonna be the head, and this is gonna be the body. The head is a little bit big, so we're gonna just make it a bit smaller. And that should be good. The body and everything is great. So this is going to be the character that we have in here. Now, as you have saw in the preview, it is time to create the placeholders. Well, in order to do that, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to go towards the circle tool. We're going to just turn off the fill, and then we're going to draw a circle like so. And this is going to be our main circle. Now, in order to adjust it better, what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to call it the path, and then I'm going to open the trim path in here, and then we're going to just set the end on 50% to make it a half circle. Now, in order to make it better, we're going to just use the offset value, and we're going to offset it, and this should be now almost on the middle. So I think -90 should be the equal number that we want. Yes, exactly. This is something that we want. We are going to go into this scale. We're going to decrease its size almost towards here, and this is going to be the path for what we want. Now we're going to go into the circle placeholder. I already have a placeholder in here. I'm just going to scale it down a bit, and then I'm going to just pre-compose it, and let's just call it the placeholder 1. And then I'm going to go towards the mask tool, and I'm going to just mask this area. All right, that looks good. We're going to just center the anchor point, and we're going to make it smaller. And we need to make 5 duplicates of these layers in order to place them in the right spot. So one is going to be in here. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to just find these placeholders. I'm going to just place it in here. I'm going to duplicate it 5 times in here, same as here. And the reason why I'm doing this is because when you change something inside of this composition, it will not affect the other compositions as well. So I'm going to just place one almost in here, and then I'm going to hold Alt, and I'm going to replace it like so. All right, moving forward, I'm going to just set another one in here, and then I'm going to just hold Alt, and I'm going to replace it like so. Again, we're going to just select another one. We're going to make sure that it's centered almost in here. All right, that is great. And then we're going to just set it like so. And lastly, this is going to be the top one, and we're going to just replace it like so. So this will now help us to replace our coins however we want. All right, that looks super good and super nice. Let's just go into animating it really quickly. Well, in order to animate that, I'm going to create a new camera, and we're going to just create a new null object. And this is going to be the camera controller. Okay, we're going to parent the camera to the camera controller, but first let's just set everything on 3D. This looks good. We are already on the classic 3D, so we are gonna go at the beginning. We are just going to press P to reveal the position. We're gonna set another position keyframe, about 90 frames forward, another one, and then I'm gonna just follow it from top to down like so. We're gonna apply the standard easings in the graph editor. I'm gonna just give it a influence like this. Okay, that looks good. Now once it goes in here, all I need to do is that I need to reveal the trim path. So in order to do that, we're gonna open the path. We're gonna go towards the trim path. With the trim path selected, we're gonna just set a keyframe on end. I'm gonna move a few frames forward, and then I'm gonna just set it into 0. And since this is the exact opposite thing of what we want, we're gonna just choose the time reverse keyframe. And there we go, we have it, and everything is super nice and super clean. And once it's in here, we are going to start with revealing the elements. So I'm just gonna press S to set a keyframe on scale, about 50 frames forward. I'm gonna set another one by pressing J. I'm gonna go towards the first set of keyframes. I'm gonna select them. I'm gonna set them on F9, and then once we have done that, we're just gonna fit this graph to view. We are gonna give it an influence for each one, like so. And that is good. We're gonna just zoom back a bit, and then I'm gonna offset them by 3 frames to make a better animation out of it. So we will have an animation like this. Let's just watch it first. I'm gonna set it on half. Okay, that looks super good and super clean of what I like. And then I'm gonna go just into the facial. Since I have just shrink down the eyes a bit, it's just not gonna look well. So I'm just gonna set this one on 50 and this one also on 50 as well. So that will make it a bit more sense. Now I'm just gonna select the facial controller. I'm gonna press P to reveal the position. We are gonna go a few frames forward and then we're gonna just shift it towards up, and then again we're gonna just shift it towards here, and then we're gonna just bring it back to its original position like so. And we're gonna apply the standard easings, so then it looks okay. It's super well in my opinion. And then once it looks, we have to do a transition to the next scene. So we need to hide this scene and we need to make it a bit better. But what I want to do on this point is that I'm gonna just duplicate this camera null and I'm gonna parent it to here. And this is gonna be the zoom. So I'm just gonna rename it to zoom so you guys can understand better. And I'm gonna just zoom this null a bit so it's not set on 3D. Let's just do that really quick. I like to zoom. And this will give us a bit more depth to our animation, but we have to make sure that it's just not surpassing the edge of this video. So therefore I'm just gonna increase the distance between the keyframes, so still I have to zoom. Now when it's in here, we need to do the second transition, which I'm gonna do it quickly now. Now we can do it in a 3D way, but I find that we can just also do this with the null objects. So I'm just gonna create a new null object and let's just place it in here, and I'm gonna call it the character controller. And this will basically controls the character. Now in order to make it happen, we're gonna just parent the body and head to the character controller, also the facial controller into the character controller. Now I'm gonna just press and then S to reveal the position and then scale. We're gonna go about 20 frames forward or 22 frames. I'm gonna just push the position of this null to the bottom like so. Okay, and then I'm gonna just scale it a bit also to proportionally like this. We're gonna apply the standard easings. We're gonna go towards the graph editor. With the graph editor selected, we are just going to do something like this. And then we have this shift happening in here. Let's just extend it so you guys can see better. And we have this shape, and then we have it like so. Once it's in here, what I'm going to do is that we have to hide these eyes and facials. So in order to do that, what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to select these two layers, and then I'm going to just parent them by using the track matte tool into the head in here. Now let's just reveal the heads as well. Now when it's in here, we're going to just open the U, pressing the U to reveal the keyframes. I'm going to set first set of keyframes, and when it's going in here, I'm just gonna push this null all the way towards right. Now it's just gonna be super good. You see that we have, and then we quickly have this character turning action like so, and that is super great. Now we just need to create another rig for this placeholder. So I'm just gonna create a new null object. And this time I'm gonna place it in here. I'm gonna call it the placeholder rig. And I'm gonna just parent these layers into this rig as well. So once this shift is happening, which is almost close to based on the, I think, the character controller that we have in here. And we're gonna just set the position value, and we're gonna also shift them towards left. All right, we're just gonna try to give it the same easings that possibly we can have. So we're gonna open the graph editor, and we're gonna just set it like this. A bit, I'm gonna just increase the distance because I made it a bit faster. Okay, that is great. Now on the last step, what I need to do is that I just need to reveal the second set of placeholders. So I'm just gonna open the placeholder. I'm gonna bring the one in here. Let's just rotate it by 90 degree. I'm gonna just set one in here. I'm gonna just set them on 3D. Doesn't really matter. One in here. And then again, we can just repeat the same step. We can just place the second one. And then we can just replace it like so. And these are just mandatory. You have to place them in a way that is visible to the audience. And then we have this one. All we need to do is that we're just gonna place it above. I'm gonna just replace it with this one in here. And there we go, we have it. And then all we need to do is that we just need to recompose these layers. So we're just gonna call them the placeholder 1. And it's done. We're gonna just repeat the same step for each of these layers. And then inside of these placeholders, you can just place your animations on anything that you want. We already have it, but one thing that we have a problem is that how we want to reveal it. So we're just gonna use this camera controller again. So let's just use the placeholder rig, and we are gonna just press P to reveal the position. Again, another position keyframe, and then we're gonna get back to the first one. So we're just gonna have to hide them. One, and we're just gonna push them towards the right side, and we're gonna just do it like so. We're gonna apply the standard easings. We're gonna just fix the easings issues that we had on here. But it would be nice now if we offset them by a couple of frames to create a more dynamic animation. So quickly, we're just going to create this dynamic animation like so. There we go. Now we can just increase the zoom just enough to have this camera animation that we want. So quickly we have this, and there we go. And now if we want to end this frame, we can just, push these frames out as well as the character. But this is how you can create a simple template for yourself, and this will speed up the workflow that you are doing in the Adobe After Effects. And here we are at the end of this video, and I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave out a like and subscribe to the channel, as it would help me out a lot. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one. Have fun.